I want instead to look at the reality of it. I want to, if we can, and we may not be able to. I may be being overly optimistic, but I want to leave the politics temporarily at the door and focus instead upon the lived experience, the reality. So to get the politics out of the way, okay, I think this is an epic and unprecedented failure of political leadership. I think there have been many, many milestones on the path to September the 15th in the context exclusively of COVID-19 and coronavirus. The absence of clarity and leadership from the very beginning has been almost unbelievable in both scope and quantity. And this, for me, is one of the worst. But there's a touch of the Trumps going on here. I don't know about you. It's almost as if there's so much of it now that stories which would have stopped the traffic in normal times are just part of an ongoing process during this absurd period in political history. I don't know. You may disagree. But whether it's the protective ring around the care homes, the world-beating test and trace app, you remember that? The dodgy PPE, the failure to provide the U-turns, all of these milestones on the path to September the 15th, I think they dilute the impact of the latest milestone. I don't know whether you agree with this, but it's not hard to see the logic in my thinking, at least, which is there's so much of it now that you don't really notice the latest stuff in the way that you would if it was unique, if there was only one massive failure of leadership. But when there have been so many, I do think we get the inured is the word that I'm looking for, isn't it? Inured or numb even to the latest development. So I don't know whether you'll be cross with me for suggesting that we should try to leave the politics at the door. I think epic and unprecedented failure of political leadership covers it. It certainly gives me enough get out for any accusations of letting the government off the hook.